2, 1, let's jam.
And boom. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back, goddammit, to another edition of Tell Me a Joke, the guideline of chasing the dream. I'm your host of Maniacal, Menace, Smith. Say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. And, we are back, goddammit. Back, another solo dolo with the rojo gopro. All right, we in this thing. It's nice. It's nice to come and talk to y'all again, you know, coming back and feeling the stream of consciousness. Just, how you doing, dreamer? I don't know. I'm managing. A lot's happening. A lot is really happening. Shows are just coming in. I've done the improv now, which is a step up. That's what we're looking for in this game here, just to get seen in front of the bigger stages, which is nice. All thanks to the homie Keisha Hunt and God as well. She'll always say, "But make sure that's God, nigga. That's God that's doing that." But you know, I mean, it's working. It's working. You know, to say that I don't want to be on the internet as much, but I guess this is me being on the internet all the time, because this is going straight to the webs. So it hasn't been too stress worthy, but you know, having to deal with fucking broken cars and shit, and then your job and all that. Just, life is terrible. Life is out there. Life keeps going. Life doesn't stop. You know, the fucking age gets up there. It's like, what do you quit? There's just no quitting. We've always said there's no quitting in this game. But that's what you do. You just pick up new habits. Basically, you just see what you really like in life, and then you continue with that from then on. It's just like, okay, just the things that keep you rolling, keep you motivated, I guess. I don't know. I'm a cigar guy now. I've done the MPH Comedy Club. Shout out to Jay. I've done his comedy club twice. All right, and it has been an experience. As a comedian, it is a challenge when you go there. I mean, it is fun. But you know, it really test your skills as a comic. You know, not all rooms are going to be the improv rooms. Not all rooms are going to be rooms that are just going to be grandiose. So lots of people in there and everybody's going to be all aboard. But no. Not this room. It's a fun room. It's a cigar bar. And I'm a cigar guy now. I've YouTubed many cigar instructional videos. The good things and how to light a cigar, how to smoke a cigar, how to cut it, what's good to get paired with certain cigars, what beer is good with certain cigars. The darker the cigar, you might want a stout, you know, and fucking which whiskeys is good to go with a good cigar. I've been trying to figure this out, and this is fun. It's fun because when you become a cigar guy, like your palate changes. You have more of an enhanced flavor palette, which has been amazing lately. I tell you, I'm like, shit. I had a cigar the other day. I had the leather rolls. That was the cigar I had at the cigar bar the other night, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I smoked a Cohiba yesterday, and I was like, this is fine, but I preferred that. The leather rolls was nice. And this Cohiba came from Cozumel, Mexico, and I mean, you know, I just wanted to buy it for the novelty effect of it, basically. But this cigar bar, it did me right. It was nice. It was in the humidifier and shit. Man, motherfuckers come with their own humidifiers. You understand? Like this cigar shit is so boss status that niggas can come with their own little personal humidifiers because they love cigars so much. I can understand why now. I get it. I like it. Hey man, this shit's nice. You know, smoking that The leather rose, it made it a very conversational piece. Eventually, after a while, it gives you a little buzz, but a nice smooth buzz. Like if you were smoking hookah, but not hookah, because now they don't fucks with hookah like that. It was great, just a good experience, a good cigar with a good wine. Now I paired mine with a Maker's Mark, and that was not the whiskey to have. I think it's a bourbon. You would need a good bourbon to go with a good cigar. That's what I think. But I'm learning, and it's fun. It's fun to pick up new habits. You gotta just keep rolling in life, just so you can have new stories to tell. Just things to tell people on stage, because it's interesting, because other people are interested in shit like that too. This baby on the way, it's just like, ooh, I think more people know now. Yeah, I got a little boy coming. It's like, oh man, what do I do? I don't know. I gotta get my life together. You gotta get it together. This is that time where I've always thought, like, oh no, does the shit stop? Does it not? Do I not continue now because like our family for real is starting? Like the starter family is here, but now when a child comes into play, it's like, what do? You have to survive, not just for only yourself and your wife, but also this being that you've made. You've made another being, and now you have to take care of it and protect it. And it's like, oh shit. It was one thing protecting myself. It was one thing being able to protect my wife. We're both adults, but this thing is gonna be innocent. How to continue? Baby chaser. I'm gonna be chasing babies around here. I'm gonna be chasing little pitter patters of the feet. Yeah, I got one bum knee, and that's that bullshit. But I think I know how to work it out. Getting older, you realize you think you're invincible when you're younger. You think that I'm gonna be like this forever. But then as you get older, you realize that shit starts slowing down in your body and it doesn't react as it used to. And you're doing cheerleading for so long, and I thought my fucking shoulders were amazing, all limber and shit. Yeah, and you stop doing cheerleading for a while, and your shoulders just like, we don't have the material to go ahead and cover for this reproduction or whatever is supposed to be happening. And then, boom, you get shoulder bursitis at a young age. Not the shit to have at all. Shoulder bursitis is the worst shit ever. Like, not the worst shit. I mean, there's worse shit than that. But now I remember used to wake up not being able to breathe, just fucking chest and shoulder blades hurt. Can't move my arms. You ever wake up with both your arms numb? Like, you can't move them at all? Oh, you can't defend yourself like that. Where you going? I can't protect my face. I can't even brush my teeth. Shit, I can't even hold my dick. You know how difficult it is to piss when both your arms don't work? Difficult. You gotta do everything with your feet. This is weird. You're not prepared for a life like that. Where we going? I don't know. But there's, exercise and shit to work that out. So, luckily we live in the life of Google. And if I would have had to go to the library to look that shit up, I don't know what the fuck I would do. Who's gonna tell me how to go ahead and fix this shoulder bursitis that I'm working with at a young age? Nigga, I'm in my 20s. I don't even know what the fuck this is. I can get a cortisone shot, but I don't care to be shot in the arm by a needle like that for something that I could probably fix myself. That is a thing. Men don't really go to the doctor that often. It's been so long since I've had a checkup, and I probably need a checkup, but I feel fine. I do feel fine, but not everybody else is feeling fine. Around my age, I probably should. I'm getting that close. I'm getting close to the age to where I should get the fingers up my butt because I need to get my prostate checked. And I should probably go get it checked now, but, these are the things you got to think about when you become an adult. And now that I got a little one coming, I'm definitely going to have to think about these things even more. I need to go in and see if I need to get a physical or whatever. That sounds so high school. Did you get your physicals? Yeah, I need to get checked out, nigga. I need to get my blood work done. I need to get all this. Make sure I ain't got no fucking onset diabetes or some shit like that. I'm only 125 pounds. I try to get heavy. It don't work. It don't work at all. Like, for me at least. I can eat a lot. I could throw it down. But apparently, nah, that's That's all I got for everybody. I don't know. I'm clever. That's fun. That's always, I can fit in small places. It's I guess I don't want it to get any worse than this. This is an easy body to maintain. I see other people at older ages and bigger bodies, and it's really difficult for them to maintain it. It's like, oh, well, I'm glad I'm in shape and I stayed in shape. I've got the kind of luck of the draw. I don't feel like a 38-year-old. I do kind of feel like maybe 29. I think that's the proper age. I do really feel. I remember being 29, but I feel 10 years younger. And if only people can take my blood and see that it's the elixir of life, they'll want my penis often. And I don't know where that comes from, but sometimes you just have to blurt out thoughts that you think of, and it feels great. It feels great. When I was at the show, man. All right, now being a comedian, you got to understand, you need to be able to read the energy of a crowd. And now performing at the MPA, this is my second time. Now they have people that came on there more than 2 times, and, 10 times and shit. And it's like, you should know how this is gonna go. It's a cigar bar. It's a cigar bar. We're back to this. Just if y'all are lost, I'll be everywhere. But understand, just catch up. It's a cigar bar. There are distinguished gentlemen and gentle ladies in here that are just not giving a fuck, because it's a free show. It's a free show. But hey, we're here. If you're funny, you do your thing. We okay. We here to listen. We ain't going nowhere. When you have a nice cigar, you want to sit down and enjoy that. They're not about to leave. They're not about to go anywhere. So to get their attention, you're really going to have to get it out of them. And I've understood that. I've understood that the first time I was there. I was like, oh, this is going to be difficult. It is difficult every time you go there. But once you get it, you can ride the horse. You hop up on them rings and you just keep it going. It is no matter what else happens, as long as you can maintain and be a comedian, you'll do well there. And you need rooms like that just to learn from, because if not, you eat a bag of dicks. A bag of dicks that's been sitting out in the sun, and you don't want that bag of dicks. It's a terrible bag of dicks to be eating, because oh boy, everybody feels it. And it fucks over everybody. The trickle-down effect of how bad you eat a bag of dicks, you could walk a whole crowd, and then some people who are trying to sell merch probably can't sell merch. What if the tip bucket gets put up after you get off the stage, and there ain't nobody else in the crowd? Who's getting tipped? It's like, yo, be careful. Think about others still, too. But that's the life of a comedian. It don't happen like that with poetry. It's really different. And it would be nice to go ahead and bring the Countdown Pack, where I had 3 comics, 2 poets, and 1 musical artist, or something like that. Or 3 poets, 2 comics, and a musical artist, or, some visual artist or a graphic artist or something like that. Yeah, but I don't know where, I don't know when. I don't know when I would have the time to do that. There's too much work that I have to do. There's too many things that I have to pay for. These fucking vehicles. Man. I just want everything to go according to plan, to where I'm not always surprised by shit. This is very surprising. Having to fuck with this differential on my Cadillac is just I ain't never. I'm always focused on one thing about the car: the wheels, the tires, is it turning, is the gears right? If I had a stick shift, is the clutch okay, the flywheel fine, all that shit. I need to worry about that shit. Yeah, I ain't never had to think about the goddamn differential. The differential in the back, I didn't even know it needed oil or anything like that. Of course, it needs to be lubricated and shit, but I thought that it was just self-lubricated, or you put oil in the front or something like that. Nah, man, this bitch, it's way more than that. And then I know the ins and outs of a differential now. A rear differential. Oh my goodness. Well, both. The whole rack and pinion, basically. It's just... the more and more I can be my own mechanic, the less and less I want to be my own mechanic. I look at all these problems, and I'm like, yo, bitch, if you ain't got the proper tools or the fucking prep or a tire, that shit is the worst. My goodness, the bolts are just bolted on so tight. You need a torque gun for most of these bolts. And some shit just busted knuckles, grease, the grease that smells like ass fluid. Nah, no. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to have to deal. I just want my shit to work. I just want to be able to maintain it myself. Bring it to the places that need to just get a checkup. Look, my car coughing. Check it up, doc. Boom, boom, boom. That's what it is. Okay, I'm on my way. Yeah. I need. There's so many things that I've learned just because life happens. And I know about fucking negative and positive equity now. Like, that shit's crazy. Like, these are lessons that you learn in life. And then I can't do shit with this car, even if I wanted to turn it in, because I will have so much negative equity. It was so difficult to actually learn that definition. Just reading about it and be like, what the fuck is it? What is it? How would this happen? How would I be able to trade in my car? And then be like, oh, well, you got to worry about equity. Okay, I know about equity. Well, positive and negative equity. Well, how does that work? And then it's like, oh, then you understand after that. This is how much you owe. Like, this is how much you still have to pay on the car, and this is how much your car is really, really worth through the Kelly Blue Book. Then this is the difference that you would have to pay, and that is your negative equity. And if your negative equity is way too much more than what you worth from spending, it's like, well, what you gonna do there? Might as well keep the car, fix that motherfucker, and keep on trucking, my nigga. These are the things that you got to think about as you go ahead and chase a dream. It's never easy. It's never easy. The journey is always filled with fucking treacherous rocks and paths and gullies that you can fall into. And it's just like, how you going to dig yourself out the hole when you fall in it? You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. You got to have your fox catcher, your fox shovel, or whatever it's called. It sounded like I was picking up outside children, but where I stay, there's children, but they're not close by at all. There's so much space between everything, and it's lovely. It's lovely getting to sit on the porch and feel a breezeway. Nice. But I don't know. I'm gonna definitely try to figure out like what works well. I want to do so many things, but it's difficult to do too many things just because there's so many other things that you got to do before you can do those things, like work. Like taking a leap of faith, and just quitting something really good. It's not the thing that is feasible in my mind. I'm a lot smarter than that, so I'm like, no, you can't take it that route. So where do you go from there? You're not really sure. Just keep it coming. You like the life that you live. The more money, the more problems. The more money, the more you spend. Which is, it's like, damn. You stay at one stable rate, and it's like if you don't have any extra type of income or extra assets or anything like that, you don't. You just kind of coast by, and no one wants to coast by. Ain't no times the thoughts of sleeping in your car at this point. You're way too far in the game when you got a house, a wife, and a kid on the way. That's selfishly thinking that, oh yeah, you can just go ahead and quit now, and then boom, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking chase this dream hard up. No. You're thinking of yourself. At this point, you can't do that. At this point, you have to be strategic, and these are the life lessons I'm learning, I guess, to try to figure out how or why do I do this? So you got to keep the work going. Of course, that has to keep going. You can't. It's too late. It's too late now. Like you haven't gotten to where you wanted to get. Well, you're getting there slowly but surely. You know, I'm taking my time at it. Well, I have more footage now to where I could I know I should probably start throwing out a resume, like my little EPKs or whatnot, to other establishments, talking to certain people, networking with certain people, having certain people see you is what really opens things up. Doing well in certain places, especially when everybody's backs against the wall. Yeah. So it's gonna be so fun, which is so exciting about just trying to navigate this now with how things are going, because I got a show coming up with the homies Full Metal Comedy. Shout out to MHOG, Metal Handed Guide, Wayne and them. Got a show with Sean Weiss, Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks, also the guy from Heavyweights. Yeah, which is very interesting. They always give me fucking shows with very interesting people, and it's a joy. By the time you do hear this, the show would have been done, and it probably was very interesting. I would have to say, just if anybody looks up, Sean and his background, his past, you'll just understand. I've done shows with the wickedest of wicked people when it came to being a member of MHOG. It is I love them. I love them so much. You gotta, man. If y'all remember, back in the day, Tosh had this white man on. There was a clip of a white man going around that went viral. Basically, he had a Confederate Speedo on, playing a banjo or some shit, I believe, talking about, you got a duck, you want to fuck, and yeah, and then he would just he would flop his dong around in his Speedo as he was singing his song, and just people were dancing around. Well, that person right there that's singing that, I got a duck, I want to fuck, that guy, that's Goat in Your Mom. Alright, and apparently he's a real artist. That's really what he does. Google it, check it out, look him up, and MHOG is all part of the fandom of horror, goofy, strange, all out there, all types of topics, and I love it. And they were able to get Goat in Your Mom. They were able to get Goat in Your Mom to come to the Twisted Line. No, not that Twisted Line, but Rob's Bar. That's what we're gonna call it. Shout out Rob. Nigga, would come down to Rob's Bar, and I was gonna host a little small, fucking, not just sidebar off the street in Metairie, out there in Louisiana, and to see this guy perform in front of you, it is something else, because he is exactly what he is on TV, and it is just it's crazy, because I was the host, and of course, I'm going to go all out and be an extravagant person. So I had my Captain America Spanx on, which was nice. It fit the program, and Golden Your Mom was there. And he played his signature song. He played other songs as well, all the while in a Speedo with his. I think it's like a stripper Speedo though, because his dick hangs out in front of it, so it's just like, okay. And he has little antics and twerks that he does when he does these songs, and he brought out a tambourine, and he brought out a random female from the crowd, and as he played his Duck You Wanna Fuck song, he had the lady hold the tambourine while he repeatedly banged his dick on the tambourine where she held it. The most amazing shit I have ever seen in quite some time. I was just like, this is wild. Right there in front of me. Right there in front of me. Just boom, take my dick and bang it on this tambourine as this random lady holds it. And she is loving every minute of it. Just tassels flowing and fucking singing and banjo playing and dick to tambourine. I'm like, this is the world I live in. And that is what you get when you get a Full Metal Comedy presentation. Or just Metal Hand to God, anything. And when it's a fun fucking time. So, to the people that did make it and to the people that don't make it, oh man, you don't want to miss it. Oh, I can't wait. Boom, it was a great time. Let me tell you that. If not, then I'll let you know it was fucking interesting. Oh, I love it. It's hard to talk about the future and the past, in the present. It's weird. But I have been, I've been thinking like, oh, what do I write about? I don't sit down and just assume that I'm going to be able to come up with something as I'm thinking that I want to come up with something right then and there. No, it has to be as I'm doing other things, just so it'd be like, oh, bitch, if you don't get me, you're going to lose me. Some shit like that. So it's more important because it's a lot better. I think that the inspiration is a lot better when I'm doing other things. I'm already got my mind motivated on, it's already working. It's already fucking firing off, So like when an idea does come, it's an automatically great idea. And so like I just expound from there whenever I do write. But I can't just sit down. And write. Right. I can't just sit down and be like, oh, this is what I'm going to come up with. It has to be an idea that has popped in my head as I was doing other things throughout the day. That is the best. So, like, if I do stop working, I don't know how I would just come up with things to do because I won't be doing shit around here. So this is kind of like the best way for it to happen. And this is where the best ideas come anyway. Because when I do write, I'm like, I write and it doesn't seem as if like this is going to be anything. And then when I perform it, it is the greatest of things. And it's just like, oh, okay. Like it is crazy to see that the level of penmanship that I have when it comes to actually putting something together. It amazes me just because I'm like this. It feels like something as I write it because I don't know after I read when I reread something, I'm like, nigga, who wrote this? Nigga, what was I thinking? It's a total different thought process. I've always taken this back to heroes. Yeah, but Google that if you don't know what Heroes is. And then watch the entire series of Heroes. And oh my goodness, such a good show. But yeah, I need to bring that back, especially do it now. It'll be really, really good. But yeah, so I do feel as if that's my best way to actually get writing done is to just keep working. Like I think this is the best way to go about things, but I do need to manage my time more, which is not difficult because I've been doing it like this for so long. So as long as I can get these goddamn cars, I'll be able to maneuver around the city like I need to. But yeah, the better, like I've found a groove that I like, basically, and this is difficult. It is very difficult to find, but I do like being able to go different places and not having to do like certain mics and shit to where I can get my stipend whenever I go. It is not having to deal with a lot of people is nice for me. I don't care to deal with a lot of people when it comes to being in thick crowds. Like certain I'm not really sure how to put this just yet. But it is interesting. It is interesting now how I feel now about life. Back then I didn't care where I was. Being, especially in college, I don't. It doesn't. It never mattered. It's like, all right, this is where it's at. This is where I am. But now, being older, it's just like I don't want to be around a whole bunch of people for very long periods of time, because I'm one of those people that absorb energy. I absorb everybody's energy. And I could see it, I could take it in, I know what's wrong with people off bat, and it's crazy because people pour into me, and it's like, I'm not a therapist, okay? I don't want all of this, this sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's too positive, and sometimes I can't take it, and I don't want to, and I don't want to bring it to my house, because this is a house that's, I don't sage shit because sage gives me a headache, but boom, I 2 blunts across the door, keep that negative energy, it's got to go, some shit like that. Then I do a cheer, and I fucking tuck and do a headstand, and then that energy doesn't cross my doorstep at all. Like, no, like I have to decompress after a show. Usually, it's especially after everything that you take in from the night. They're being the person, being a comic. We do have our own superpowers, and some of us some things is just too much to handle at the moment. You don't know how to handle all your powers just yet, and you'll acquire more as you get older, and as the time goes, and you'll learn how to deal with it. But as the time comes, like as you go through it, it is very difficult. And this is me like venting about how difficult things still are. There still are the things that I have to deal with, it's difficult to continue not to continue them. I just need to do it, basically. It's just like working out. You just need to get on the fucking bench and just do it. There's no telling where it's going to go. There's no telling what it's going to be. Like I tried to do this one earlier. I tried to do this podcast about a few hours ago, but my wife was in here and it felt weird. I was down with it, but I haven't done it in a minute, so it was like the energy of it didn't feel right. She also tried to cover herself with a blanket to pretend like she wasn't here. I was like, well, that doesn't help. Like, don't pretend like you're not here. Like that's not gonna. Now I know that you are here. Like, it makes me focus on you more. But it was so cute. Yeah, with her in her belly. Oh my God, I got a boy coming. That is crazy. But yeah, so there's so many things you got to think about when this journey comes. It's like, this is a long, long journey. No one knows where it's gonna end. But you just gotta continue. You gotta take in the good from the bad. Like, I do like that I don't pay attention to my phone as much anymore. Like, my phone told me today, it was like, oh man, you was on your phone an hour and 43 minutes less than last week. I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. Let's see if we can bump that number down some more. Let's see if we can get some more time that I haven't been on my phone. It feels very joyous, because not just reading energy from people normally in society by meeting people and then taking that type of energy in, but you also get to get your energy from the social webs, and that energy is hazy. It's all over. That is a hectic energy right there. And look at me like I'm fucking some type of guru or some shit like that. I'm sorry. Usually when I say words too many times, like energy, it feels weird after that. Yeah, but you understand, like there's so much that you can take in, and just the hate from everything that you can reach, depending on what you're looking for. Like you garner that shit. What do you want? The algorithm is there, but you can also search for however you want to feel on the internet, and it's like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I do a lot better when I meet people and interact with people normally, because people gravitate towards me in general. So it doesn't bother me to not have to really be, prominent. Like, oh, I need to post this. I need to post this. Man, fuck you, son. I'm not you. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm not you. This is not how I'm gonna do it, and you're not gonna force me to do it because nigga, society says that this is how everybody's doing it. Fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna do it my way. All right. So, nigga, that's just how it is. Like I can't do nothing else but besides be me about it. You know, there was this one. It was this group that I was in for a hot week, which was, you know, shout out to everybody in that group though, but like they're doing dope things. Like I see it's still growing. I understood that wasn't like when certain things don't feel right to me. Not saying that it was a bad thing or anything like that. Not saying it was amazing. Booster, but it just, I know in my heart that it's not the thing that I would do, and it's just to do something just to go ahead and gain any type of notoriety that's out of the ordinary for me. It doesn't feel right, and I can't do it. I'm not a bandwagon ass nigga. Not saying that was a bandwagon thing, but I like when other people do shit. Like when other people like, oh man, you need to watch this. You like when everybody jumped on Game of Thrones and everybody talked about Game of Thrones. Like I can't watch Game of Thrones now. Like, cuz, man, y'all gonna ruin it. Oh, man, you need to, I don't give a fuck, son. Let me do it myself. You don't need to tell me about it. One person tell me that it's good, you need to check it out. Okay, cool. But everybody gonna get on it, and everybody in the world's like, oh, yeah, some of y'all suck. And it's like, y'all don't deserve to like it. And it's like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'll watch it on my own leisure when everybody not talking about it. And I'm gonna enjoy it on my own, That's how I have to look at it. So that's how I feel about certain things. Like I just like, man, this ain't me. When you see a motherfucker that tries to dress a certain way, or a nigga that starts smoking, and we're like, nigga, why is it? You smoke cigarettes? And like, no, not really. We're like, yeah, that really ain't you. I know that feel weird. So why you doing it? I don't know, cause everybody else was. Well, stop. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because it's. I mean, if it's not you, you don't need to continue to do it. So it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so just don't do it. Fuck, you gotta continue to do something just because everybody else is doing it. Does it make you feel good to do it? If it doesn't, then why the fuck you doing it? Stop doing it. If that's not you, don't do it. That's me now. I can't. If I feel something different about a certain thing, then I'm definitely not gonna do it. If it makes me feel I look crazy, nah. Like, and I'll put myself in crazy situations to where I look crazy. I don't mind that, but I'm gonna do it on my own terms, though. That you get me on that? Like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you make me look crazy unless I want it. You get it? Like, that's not saying that that's what that was. It's just that's how I feel about it. Explanations. I love it. It's always not. And this is crazy. To me, this is crazy now that I do have another being coming that I've made. Like, this is something that they can hear forever now. Like, there's 150 episodes, 150 plus episodes of this, of me, of their father. That's wild. That is wild. And, it's not just them that can't hear this or that have heard this or will listen to this. Other people will listen to this as well. And that makes me feel proud. That makes me want to continue. Like, that makes me want to just continue to do this so you have stories so they can listen to. Like, fuck if it goes anywhere now. Like, this is what this is. Like, I've built a legacy for generations to come. Like, I haven't, the book isn't here yet, but there will be. This is something that they can be like, hey, this is what my daddy did. My daddy did something in his life. Like, I used to always like showing off the shit that my daddy did, or that my mama did. Anybody. Look, this is what my people did. This is Like, ain't this cool? Like, I like this. Like, this is really good. I know this is really good because I have good taste. Yeah, look at this. This came from my family. Yeah, this, we do shit. You know, that's the joy that I guess I want to give. I want to give back to the future. You know, I like it. I've uh I've learned to take in the silence on certain moments, which has been nice. Like that's when you can really control the flow of energy in things. I noticed that was another thing that I was able to notice while I was on stage, because the energy was everywhere. It was very difficult to like gather it up into a little spirit bomb. But once I was able to do that and I was able to release, I was able to bask in the silence for a minute. And it was nice. Because at that moment I knew I controlled everything. I controlled the room. I had to man my palms. You feel like a magician. It's like I've hypnotized people. That was it, like with my words, with how I did things, with how I went about on stage. It is very hypnotizing, and it was good. It was good. And this is the brain of a comic. I would assume. You know, if I could just if for normal people that don't understand, like this is kind of how we think when we get on stage. Well, this is how I do it at least. You know, and I consider myself a deep thinker. Like, I think deep about things. So, like, yeah, the guideline of chasing the dream, man. So, you know, you have to just work at it. It's crazy. I've like the things that I've written down that I like to go over usually, or that I like to talk about. I don't normally look at it. Well, when I do look at it, just to keep me going, I haven't had to do that as much, but I've covered most of the stuff that I want to do anyway, just because how random and how the topics go, I guess. So that's cool. Yeah. Good job. But yeah, coming up with ideas, deep thinking, it's always fun. Keep the pen going, man. You got to keep writing. If it's not the pen, keep them thumbs moving. You know, it's like I used to do creative writing exercises when I was in college, and like I had a summer school class to where I had to do a lot of creative writing thoughts to where they used to sit us down and then put on like some type of instrumental and just have us write for like 5 minutes. I was also told by somebody, I forgot where it was from, just to sit down for like 10 minutes a day and just write whatever comes to your mind. Write random thoughts, you know, boom. You do that for 10 minutes a day, and you do that for, you know, shit, for a whole month, for a few weeks, man, you got you a book. Yeah, and something like that, you know. So I've done things. It's just I have to put things together, look over stuff. And it's like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Maybe I can tease y'all with some chat GPTs. Is some y'all want to be pleased by some chat GPTs? Yeah, something like that. Goodness gracious, that was so loud. All right, let's get it going. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? The story time. Another story time. Swear to God. Yeah. All right. Let's. These are always fun. I've realized I'm gonna go and put them in. There we go. We'll do this. I'm gonna go and put them in like on the. I use Nova for this chat GBT shit. But I'm gonna put them in on the internet one and see if it changes or makes anything different. I'll just ask the same questions again and see what I get from that. But for your chat GPTs, open your ears, please. We have another story to tell. From the sweet smell of bells to the fiery depths of the hells, we have another story to tell. On your knees, please, open your G's. We have another story. So please, please, please listen to this chat GPTs. Okay. Give it up for that. Yeah. So this story is about some Smurfs, and I wanted to say Snorks, but it came out as Snorts. My autocorrect corrected this, and it came up with this wonderful story. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Once upon a time, in the land of the Smurfs, there existed a giant monster in the legendary Loch Ness known as Nessie. She was a humongous creature with a scaly green skin and sharp teeth. The Smurfs who lived in a nearby village lived in fear of Nessie, as she was known to attack nearby villages. One day when a group of Smurfs were out gathering berries, they stumbled upon a group of creatures called the Snorts, who lived peacefully in the local forest. The Snorts were small, furry creatures with long ears and a love for adventures. The Smurfs befriended the Snorts and learned that they had the talent for building traps and tools to catch prey. The Smurfs realized that if they teamed up with the Snorts, they could finally defeat Nessie and put an end to the reign of the terror. They went to the Snorts and asked for their help in defeating the monster. The Snorts agreed, and together they plotted and planned to catch Nessie. The Snorts, using their expertise, constructed a large trap made of vines and wood. They lured Nessie with fish and placed the bait inside the trap. When Nessie went inside the trap, the Smurfs and the Snorts quickly closed it, trapping the monster inside. For a moment, the Smurfs and the Snorts cheered, thinking they had done won. But then they realized they had a bigger problem on their hands. They couldn't move the trap with Nessie inside. Nessie thrashed around and smashed the trap to pieces. As they watched the chaos, the Smurfs realized that Nessie wasn't attacking because she was evil. It's a she now, that's crazy. But because she was hungry. The Smurfs and Snorts decided to work together to feed Nessie rather than fighting her. They tried to catch fish together and would leave some for Nessie as well. Gradually, Nessie grew to trust the Smurfs and the Snorts and began helping them with her enormous size. They all worked together to collect food, build houses, and stay safe from other predators. Soon, Nessie became a beloved member of the community, known for her kind heart. In the end, the Smurfs and the Snorts learned that friendship and kindness are the most powerful tools for defeating monsters. They all lived together in peace, and Nessie became a constant reminder of their strength and friendship. This says message has been generated by Nova. All right, you see what's happening here? Like, I wanted something like fucking demonic and scary and maybe cute, just for putting Smurfs and Snorts in the topic title. But they went this route where everybody becomes friends and they start feeding shit. Like, this isn't a CBS, PBS, public broadcasting type story. Like, I want to hear some, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be talking to my phone like this. You know, maybe they'll give me what I deserve. I'm not sure. What you do, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun that this is the route that it took. You know, like I didn't ask for them to be friends towards the end. I wanted, like, in my head, I wanted something more scarier, not so childlike. But apparently, this is the route that it gave me, and so it's always fun and interesting to see, like, what. It's like shaking a magic 8-ball, you know, wondering what it's going to give you next. Like, as long as I keep putting these phrases in, or the things that I think about, that I wanted to tell me a story about, this is how it comes out. And let's see if it gets darker. Like, there's certain things that it won't say. There's certain things that I don't think it would do. But you know, it's fun. AI's here, you know. That's fucking wild. Nigga, I'm gonna go back and watch all of the Terminators just to be like, God damn it, these motherfuckers was right. Yeah, just fucking iRobot. What are we doing? Nigga, oh my goodness. It's crazy. We got flying cars now. Like, that's happening. Like, go ahead and date this shit. You know, Jesus. If we're a civilization, if we're a civilization that has came after a even grander civilization that was destroyed by a comet, man, what type of shit did they have? That makes you think. They probably was like some apocalypto type shit, you know, or some Wakanda type living. You know, just everything is intertwined with the trees and the world and the branches and shit like that. You know, Pueblo. All right, I don't know where that came from. Sorry, but this is very interesting. This is very interesting to see where AI is going to continue to go. Like, we got VR now. We're really about to be living in a Ready Player One type of simulation, like surrogates and all that. Nigga, Bruce Willis has lost his voice, but he's giving it to the AI. It's like, what is real? What will really be real? I will be real. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna be real as a motherfucker. And I've got this out before the fucking the other. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say in this moment at all. I have no idea, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy talking to y'all. I do enjoy telling y'all my thoughts, man, because this is crazy. Just to live a life that we're living now, woo, it's like, man, what it was like before this, I don't know. I watched Dr. Stone, and that's a good show. That's a good show. You watch Dr. Stone and then think about life after that. Think about, what if something tragic happened, we had to start all over? Could you make a TV? Could you make a flat screen? You know how to make a radio? You know how to talk over the air waves? You know how to use fucking radio wave signals and shit? Yeah? No? Wild. We've built so much. And oh boy. Just to think that, you know, something was better than this before us. Yeah. Crazy. It's like a civilization of ants. You know, just thinking about before that ant pile was in your yard, it was just regular ground, right? And then boom, now you got an ant pile. That is a whole civilization right there. It's like in ant form. Just boom. I know I sound like a fucking mush mouth trying to explain that to y'all, but just understand that is high rises, buildings, caverns, places to go. Boom. Overnight. Like, have you seen Ant-Man? You seen Ant-Man in the quantum realm? Yeah. Like, you understand that? Like, when them ants went through the little quantum realm down there, and they've lived thousands of years, just imagine that in that ant pile. When you see the ant pile the next day in your grass. Imagine that shit. Right? Right? So, we get hit by a boom. Meteor. Bang. We start all over again. Just a grandiose scale of it. Huh? Yeah? No? All right. Man, it was nice to visit the world. It was good. And it's nice to be able to live life in this moment. Just enjoy it and take it in, you know? Embrace it. Your journey is your journey. Don't let nobody depict or make what you want to do with your life just because other niggas is doing the same thing. Just because you see motherfuckers doing it and making it, oh, this is nice. And you get the more money, the more problems. For real, for real. So, you know, do it the way you want to do it. You ain't gotta follow nobody else. This is your life. Like, you're an adult now. You can make your own decisions. Be a good person. You know, don't be robbing and stealing and cheating and shit. That's not what's up. But just make people happy. Other people be happy. It's nice. Smile at somebody. Say thank you. Acknowledge other people. Look somebody in the eye. Give them a smile. It's always nice. That is always good. You know, it warms other people's hearts. Share your energy with others. People pour into me a lot. I don't know. I have a weird energy. And people love it though. And I'm like that blood type that's good for everybody. And I do have that blood type that is good for everybody. But still, you know, other people see it. Yeah. So continue to be that. Feel good about yourself. I'm feeling a lot better, really. I don't know. I guess why bad things happen in my life, but also good things. Great things happen. Like, so, you know, the good outweighs the bad, and you just gotta keep living. Keep going. Keep striving. Keep doing what you do because you make others happy as well. Understand that. You might not see it. You might not know it. But who's supposed to tell you? You know what's happening. Keep going. But till next time, folks. I have been the Maniacal Menace Cosman. Say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. This has been Tell Me a Joke, the guideline of chasing the dream. Keep dreaming, jokers.